Game settings? Yeah. Audio. Master volume. Get down there. It says a bit too much. Save. Will the music be royalty free? We'll find out when it gets flagged. Hi. I'm back. It's my first day. Literally. It's my first day. Imperiums Greek Wars. Now let's just get this out of the way. Imperiums is an anglicization of the word. It's not the correct declination. All right. Anyways, I'm getting lots of pop-ups on the settings screen. That's interesting, isn't it? I have a feeling I'm gonna have to turn a lot of this down. We'll see. I gotta leave that. The only thing I turned down is the music. I actually think I turned it down too much, though. We put it up at... Oof. The slider is overly sensitive, isn't it? It's 70. 71. Alright. So, I don't know how to play this game. Should I play the fucking tutorial? Yeah, I guess so. We'll at least start the tutorial. Maybe we won't finish the tutorial. Maybe not. Maybe we won't finish it. This game came out yesterday. Which is soon. I usually don't play games that are released this soon because I like to look at them and kind of like ascertain whether they're any good, figure out how other people are playing them and stuff. Graphic settings were adjusted. Yeah, no, that's fine. Graphics are set to maximum. I have a feeling that that is too demanding for the graphics card I have. I'm starting to see games require quite a bit more texture memory than the 3.5 gigs that this 980 has. So I have actually been seriously entertaining getting an 8 gig or a 6 gig card as a result. I still have a 6700K processor, and if you look at the benchmarking, yes, it's been superseded, but it's still, firmly in the upper mid range of performance. And I have 32 gigs of RAM, so. Alright. Right, so how do we fucking play this game?
Sparta and Athens have a venerable presence that has shaped our history, and neither will easily yield their place.
That's interesting. Sounds like an American developer, huh?
Though Sparta lost its dominance a few decades ago after an earthquake,
or at least a
leading to Messene
voiceover artist,
away, and defeat under Theban spears, underestimating their will for reascendance would be a mistake. Military tradition is in their blood.
It's in their blood.
They will not settle for
That's
second
racist.
place at the Olympiad, nor diplomatic table, much less the battlefield.
Okay.
Athenian presence now stretches from Attica to far-flung colonies along our sea.
Attica.
They also control the Delian League.
Delian.
However, many allies resent
Delphi,
Athenian
not
hubris
Delphi.
and treatment
Delphi,
of them as slave nations.
Delphi, Delian.
Outright rebellion may be nigh as other states seek to undermine them.
Might be nigh.
Yet, while Sparta and Athens influenced our culture for centuries,
Yeah.
another rival enters the amphitheater for the final act. Young Philip has taken the throne in Macedonia.
Young
His brother,
eyeless
the
Philip.
king, having
Old
recently
Philly
fallen
one
against
eye.
barbarians. Though his fledgling kingdom struggles, Philip is fearless and ambitious.
Okay, all right. That's enough. I don't need poorly informed background. Ancient Greece, long time before it became known as Greece. Much more than just Hellas, blah, blah, blah. This is not telling me how to play the game. It's giving me background I know plenty about. Left click, close currently active window. And all previous windows. Again, I don't see anything particularly relevant here. Here we go. Your predecessor has already laid out some plans called objectives that can be found under this icon, in the state menu or the state window. Follow their steps and fulfill your destiny. Okay. So our objectives are make a Northern League. Large populations. Increased internal food. Vengeance. We need to kill the Illyrians. Military reforms. Wow, there's a lot of them. I'm surprised that there's so many. See to the defense of Agai and Edessa? It's probably not I-Guy. E-Guy. Well, yeah. I don't actually know. Alright, great. It's very demanding. So, but it's... Welcome to the tutorial! It'll take you 50 to 60 minutes. Yeah, we're not going to do that. I mean, we're just going to play half of it, maybe, and move forward. Tutorial panel. Left side of the screen, great. This button will help you recall the current assignment, great. Button will help you find the unit. This button will close the tutorial and all the hints about how to play the game. Once there's a new assignment, the buttons will help you complete it. Start flashing. Makes it easier to find them. Alright, your first task is simply click on the information button. Great! Select the question mark. Select one of your map items simply by clicking on it. Okay. Now you know how to select a map item. Yay! Hey, Cube Games. You're the dev for this. I'm thinking, so I'm happy to stream it. I saw this game. It's been on my wish list. I'm hoping it turns out to be great. I can't say anything intelligent about it now, other than just be me. So you'll have to forgive me if I seem like an idiot or I seem overly critical. That's just who I am, and I have a feeling, looking at the background of the game and your previous development with the aggressors, that this is going to be a great game. Once I learn how to play it, but you know, people get frustrated and they don't necessarily react well to challenges and stuff like that. So I think it'll probably take some serious time before I can, you know, actually play the game in some, you know, fair way and be like, oh, this is great, or not. But I think it looks very promising. And I'm taking the time to do some of the tutorial, which is about as much as anyone can ask of me, because I find tutorials just tedious, you know. But I think it'll work out just fine. But you know, like a game like Civ, right, which this game is ostensibly in the same genre of, to really become a master of deity level Civ, it takes serious effort and time. You don't just like walk into it. So it's an honor for you to drop by. I really appreciate it. You must be sitting there in the queue hoping people pick up your game today. Like I said, I had it in my wish list for a while, so I was excited to see it was released yesterday. All right, here we go. The unit map, unit menu shows important information about the selected map item. Okay, to navigate more easily and switch between your active units, you can use this button in the upper part of the unit menu. Just this like little helmet button, okay. And now click on the helmet button to switch to view another active unit. Well, I wanted to do it again. This button orders the unit to move. Okay, the game also offers so-called default actions that make the selection of commands move faster. You can change the default by controlling the control key. Oh, okay, see. Oh, that's interesting. Send some of your units to a new position. I'm not ready for this yet. Let me go backwards. And also, I'm really interested in this change the default action. Non-military units have no... Okay. Tutorial is currently active, and this is not the current assignment. Alright, it wanted me to be way over on that other unit, right? This one. Was it this one? No, it's not that one. This one? Nope. This one, here we go, this guy. So what? Alright, so this is a Macedonian Penastai. Pininesti. Yeah, I think that sounds right. Pininesti. So he's a warrior in Tanda's army. He has 3 swords, 1.7 shields, and 3 boots, which is probably what? Attack, defense, movement, maybe? Gets a terrain bonus. He gets a local happiness. Alright. So it's just a left click to move him? No, it's not just a left click to move him. Move unit G. And then right click then. Yeah, right click. Okay. You should also pay attention to the different terrains on the map as they affect attack and defensibility of your units. That makes sense. Pretty standard concept. You can claim any tile by simply stepping on it with any of your military units. However, should a defending unit be positioned on such a tile, you'll have to render this unit harmless. Claim the lands in the north for Macedonia. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is so I have the same. What? I thought that was a unit type. Obviously, this is a warrior cavalry in Cleombrotos army. He's got 2 attack, 2 shield, 7 boots. It's interesting that I'm seeing a unit happiness, a local happiness. Yeah, no problem, Cube Games. Thanks for stopping by. Again, like a real honor for you to stop by today. Keep up the good work. I'm sure that you'll find plenty of more high-profile streamers out there who will be interested in this game. You know, your Northern Lions and your Sipses and stuff like that. Or maybe not Sips, but people in the Yogscast or something. So if I just go up here, does the border extend? Well, it looks like it kind of does. Right click there. Yeah, it's just expanding. That's interesting. We keep expanding the borders of your lands. You need a proper road network if you plan to build an empire. Roads play an important role in the country's development, connecting cities, other buildings, and resources. Give your settler an order to build a road by clicking on the Build Road action button. Build a new road. Alright, neat. Build road action button. Well, that's obviously not it. It kind of looks like... Oh, I actually have to be in a spot, right? Yeah. So I'm supposed to go here, right click there. And there's the action button. Build dirt road in 1 turn. This is at the top of the... Yeah, the Adriatic, yeah, okay. Oh, I suppose it's the Aegean, isn't it? Yeah, the Adriatic's on the other side. All cities and units, most units need food to maintain their functions. Without food, your armies will rebel, cities will revolt, people will leave to search for better livelihoods. Settlers should be ordered to build fields and farms around the cities to increase food yields. Keep in mind that only plains and grasslands are suitable for agriculture. That's interesting. Not hills. Greece is full of hills that have agriculture on them, right? Lots of olive farms and stuff. Order a settler to build a field close to Thessaloniki by clicking on the Build Field action button. Alright. Build field. What am I seeing there? Is that lumber being consumed? No, it's gold being consumed. Oh, well, it looked like it built 3 fields, didn't it? Settlers can be put to good use cultivating wild lands. This button opens the main menu. It's up there at the upper right. That's where it belongs. This one displays a game help called the Imperiums Library, where you find detailed information about rules, games, mechanics, and features. I can't believe that the developer stopped in. That's pretty cool. You must be surfing around today looking for people who are streaming. I'm pretty small though, so there must not be many people streaming. Maybe he saw it in the Twitter feed. He's probably got an alert configured to let him know when people are talking about his new game. My understanding is that this guy had like a developer for the a publisher for the last game, and then went out on his own for this game, and that, you know, that's pretty courageous for what it's worth. I hope it works out for him. I think if the game is good, it will. It makes me think about Enemy at the Gates, which was made by one of the Civ devs that didn't do very well. Though I haven't played it, so I can't speak on it very intelligently. I can only talk about the reviews. It sat in my wish list for a long time. But that was one of the Civ 3 developers, maybe? And the big round button in the upper right-hand corner ends turn. Alright, that makes sense as well. End the turn, take your time to watch the actions of others. Alright, so press this button. Your rivals are scheming. Oh, that was interesting. There was a guy in Tartan, which is very interesting, isn't it? You know what I saw recently? I was watching a documentary about the Celts, who were far more extensive and widespread than you might think. You might think Celts just Ireland or Scotland or something like that. but there were Celts or Celtic-related people, specifically the Tokarans, in Western China, and they have these mummies from there that I'm not sure they're intentional mummies, but they were in like very dry environments, and they're wearing tartan. They're wearing plaid, which blew my fucking mind. It blew my mind. All right, so let's see. There's a lot more stuff going on than I would have expected. There's a lot more tribes or factions, rather, than I would have expected. I'm really interested in this idea of pushing your border just by moving people around, because I definitely want to be bigger. That's what she said. Oh wait, no, that's what she said about me. Get those confused. We've already received some very unsettling news. This is not a good start. The Dardanian tribes are marching towards our northern border, and Athenian units have been sighted moving along the Alicamonas River towards our city of Igai. Igai? I don't remember the AI diphthong in Greek. I just no idea. Igai, I think it is. We have to adapt our tutorial to address this dangerous situation. Oh no! We shall teach both the barbarians as well as the arrogant Athenians a lesson. Let's start in the south. Luckily, there is a unit stationed in Igai that could be fortified within the city, which would greatly increase the city defenses. Use this button to order a unit to enter the city. Oh, I see. So just sitting on top of it is not in it. That's interesting. I'm getting like a feed of stuff as well. It's just told me my turn has started. Alright, so I'm going to use this button to load a unit into a city. Okay. Is this the Athenians? Yeah, with the owl. There's the symbol of Athena. Load and what? Right click? Do you want to enter? Yeah, so press the button, then right click on the city. Do you want to enter Igai? Yeah. Now, what to do about the Dardanian hordes moving towards our border? Their city of Lynkestis is the capital, and the base from which they sent their warriors to harass and raid our lands. Move a unit closer to the city of Lynkestis. Okay, that seems pretty straightforward. Aha, we've threatened you. The Dardanian patrols are scouting around the city, keeping guard. Our warriors are well suited for movement and warfare in the forests and woodlands. Let's use this advantage. As mentioned elsewhere, different army and unit types are suited to different terrains, which affect their fighting ability and mobility. Okay, that makes sense, obviously. Send the advancing unit to take cover in the forest. Yeah. So this is like a foot unit, and obviously a foot unit gets overrun in the plains. That's pretty straightforward strategy game stuff, right? We've sneaked closest to the city, and now is not the time for hesitation. We must not let the enemy seize momentum. Every assault lowers the defensibility of the defender. Use this to your advantage and plan your attacks in waves, targeting the same unit with several of your own. Okay, all this is so really straightforward so far, but it's interesting to know that the mechanics are there. Use this button to launch an attack on an enemy map item. Move your unit and attack the enemy guards. So yeah, but why move first? Oh, I'm moving down here. I'm a little perplexed by that one. Am I on the horse? Yeah, I'm on the horse. You want me to move on top of my own unit? Yeah? But there's no penalty for attacking across... Is that a border, or I think it's actually a border. Attack. Commander's advice. Uncertain outcome. Prediction accuracy. Reliable assessment. So button and right click. So, I mean, horse against spear, but they don't have, oh, we're all like bloody. Oh, we retreated. The battle. Our 500 soldiers versus their 1,000 soldiers. Draw. Okay. I did what I was told. Our cavalry unit didn't win any major victory. We lost the element of surprise. You can see the details of the battle in the battle result windows that pops up after the fight. Here you see what factors determine the outcome of the battle. Our cavalry unit lost quite a lot of men in this brawl, and it needs fresh men to replenish its ranks. The closest facility to do this is in Edessa. Move the unit to Edessa and then click heal inside. Alright. Right, Edessa. Heal inside. I beg your pardon. It'll take a few turns before the unit is again ready for action. Let's turn our attention back to the battlefront. The enemy unit took some damage in the fight as well, and this could be our chance. Alright, send a fresh unit. So why does this unit... It's just some sort of axeman, right? Why does this unit have such long movement? I mean, one hex looks like it's... Or one square looks like it's road. But it seems a lot for a foot unit, doesn't it? It got there, though. I use the attack button, right-click on the enemy. Axes versus spears seems better. He's dead. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Macedonia, Eugenios' army. The Dardanian kingdom, Cremiar's army. Triumph. Our soldiers fought like lions. We had 64 casualties. They had 757 casualties. Holy shit. That's one-sided. 10-1. 11-1 almost. There's nothing more we can do about this situation on our borders this turn, but there is still work to be done. If Macedonia is to become great, we need to invest in urban infrastructure. We can build a new city at the Axios River. Yeah, I'm looking up this game to see who's playing it. There's got to be somebody big playing it. No, not yet. Yeah, it looks like a Slovak guy is playing. Good for him. He's and that's it. It's just us. It's just me and the Slovak guy. I'm really surprised this game is not getting more attention today. Did it get played more yesterday on release? The reviews were generally complimentary on Steam when I checked last night. I bought it yesterday morning when I woke up because it was sitting in my inbox as it's finally available. Yeah, I'm shocked that me and the Yubi Harji are the only ones playing it. We can build a new city at the Axios River. River tiles not only produce more resources, but there's also happens to be foundations of an abandoned town. Use the build town action button to order a unit to found a new settlement. Alright, so where's the river? Oh, I've got it kind of confused because it's like overlapping a border. There's a bit too much graphical information being overlaid on the map, in my opinion. Okay, yeah, well, anyways, right click there. How did we know there was that in there? So the default action is fine. Wow, that is not a good name. That's not a good one. That's not a good name. Bigonia. That is a good name. You are now a founder of cities. This is part of your legacy for future generations. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The plains next to the new city should be plowed and fields created. River and sea tiles are very fertile, so it pays off to build new cities on the riverbanks and along the coast. Build a field on the river tile. Okay. I already like this game quite a bit. Oh, thank you. Are you sure this one's mine? What did you get?
Hazelnut.
The same thing, but you got hazelnut.
Well, I don't have sugar free.
Right.
But yeah. Otherwise,
The developer for this game came to my stream.
Oh.
It was released yesterday, right? And it's been sitting in my wish list. So I picked it up yesterday, and then I finished Morrowind. And the developer came in here and was like, "Oh, thanks for playing." It's like me and one Slovak dude playing this game, but like that actually surprises me that no one bigger has picked it up because it's a 4X, and you know there's a whole bunch of big people for that. Yeah, but I was honored. Definitely tastes different.
I mean, almond is quite distinctive.
Let's see. There's quite a bit of separation here. Thanks. I don't like this thing. I have a blended coffee drink from the nearby coffee shop, and my lovely wife just brought to me. Just fucking. Maybe you can hear the as I attempt to reintegrate some of the frozen slushy into the coffee. I was late today because I wasn't feeling well after breakfast. I feel great now, though. Especially with all the espresso. Alright. By building a new city, the Nomad unit was spent and cannot be used. But you still need a workforce for other tasks. Okay? Most new units are recruited and trained in cities and some other buildings like stables and shipyards, depending on the specialization of these facilities. New settlers can build at Thessaloniki in the specialization under the city name in the unit menu. See the specialization under the city name in the unit menu. Select a city, then use the build action to recruit a new unit. Okay, it's not telling me how to do things, but it's also doing them for me, and I think it's actually a bit aggressive in that regard. Build. Yeah. Boat is a naval semi-military transport unit. Semi-military. Delicious coffee drink. Settler is a non-military unit. Can build cities, roads, bridges, cultivate. Okay, so there's no 10 gold and 10 what pops? Interesting. There's no foreign concepts in this at all yet. Like everything is as you would expect. I haven't been surprised at all, except possibly the left click, right click behavior. Great. The new settler will be ready in a few turns. The road close to the capital city has been finished and the settler is waiting for new orders. You can build a longer route instead of going through the tiles one by one, which is much easier. Click on the Build Road action button and select the tile where a road should lead to. The settler will then work independently until the road is finished. A road needs to be built to connect the nearby gold mine with a city. Connecting mines and cities is an important part of economic planning. Okay. As roads increase mine production. Yeah, that makes sense. Build a road all the way to the gold mine. Yeah. Wait. Yes? No. Yes. I'm honestly a little confused about that. I've got this unit selected, right? I needed to like double click them. Build route. That's interesting. So I had to like double select them and then click the route button, then click the destination. Apart from taking actions directly on the map, there's several important windows. Take a look at the state window, which can be accessed by clicking the button with your coat of arms. In the upper left, the state window contains a number of administrative tools which help you rule and control your country. We'll come back to some of them later, but let's explain the birth rate support. You can control the birth rate in your cities by financing the building of houses and providing material help. The more you invest in the birth rate grants, the higher population increase you can expect. If Macedonia is to thrive, we need to grow our populace. Increase the birth rate support by moving the slider. What am I supposed to move it to? Whoa, shit. I clicked, but I didn't really like intelligently click. I kind of clicked in the middle. Unfortunately, such support is paid for from state coffers, and there's never enough gold. Let's try to make a deal with Shalkidiki. Perhaps we can barter gold for surplus food. Long-standing trade deals. Forge trust between states, which is just another benefit we gain in this partnership. Close the currently open window by clicking the X button in the top right. Then click on the trade overview button. That just seems inaccurate. Then click the trade overview button in the map menu in the lower left-hand corner and set the conditions for this exchange. Click on the resources and set amounts to 3 on both sides. Gold for food. Shaldiki. Sign trade. You offer... for food. 3. Or gold. 3. Okay. Offer my proposal. Very good. Our merchants are on their way to Shaldiki. Shalkikdiki. Shalkikdiki. Yeah, whatever. Let's finish this turn. We should know if Shalkikdiki did it again. We did it to him. End of turn. All right. I want to look around real quick. I feel like I've been railroaded so far. I don't know a bunch. Like a bunch is grayed out. It's larger and more detailed than I thought it was. What's this? I want this. I also want that. I need to cut them off here. Alright, end turn. As instructed. The rivals are scheming. I know it's ahistorical, but this game could use a little leader gender balance. Those banners could really use affiliations, like when I'm seeing Hagon and Astragiton. They should have like little flags that indicate what faction they're actually from. How'd that go for me? Unclear. I didn't get an information pane either. I got attacked there, but I didn't see the result. It didn't look like I died. Trade was accepted. Great. Check mark. Before we start a new turn, let's quickly summarize where to get information about the current turn and the latest events. You might have noticed the date. No, didn't notice the date. You can find additional info about the current turn, playtime, and game details. Every new turn starts with a presentation of the latest events displayed on the left. I noticed that. And click on the reports to move the map to the location. Didn't know that. And if you want to recall the panel anytime during your turn, just click on the flag in the map menu. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, we're ready for our next challenge. There's good and bad news. Good news is our merchants were able to sign the deal. Bad news is the Dardanians and the Athenians attacked us. They weren't able to inflict too much damage. Athens attacked the city of Igi, but the defenders were in the city were able to repel them. Okay, we need to regroup and send reinforcements to Igi, but even that might not be enough. We might need to ask for peace. This can be done in the diplomacy window. I'm looking at their attitude's real low, or maybe my attitude's real low. It's not clear to me what those meters mean. Anyways, let's click it. Click the bird. Do you want to propose peace agreement to the Athens? Yes. Peace offered. Our envoys are on the way to the Athens, and now we can turn our attention to the conflict with the Dardanians. We have a good position for a stone's throw away from the Dardanian capital, and we should hold it as long as possible. In such a situation, it's best to fortify the unit, its position, which significantly increases defenses. The warrior unit damaged in the attack is a tricky situation, and it would be better to pull it back outside the enemy's striking distance. Fortifying the unit into forest, move the damaged unit back from the battlefront. Yeah. Camera tilt changes a lot as you zoom in and out. So this is the one they want me to fortify. It looks bloody though too. And move this one back behind the line, huh? The signed trade deal with Chalkidiki helps maintain good neighborly relations. However, even better for foregoing strong and lasting partnerships are bilateral treaties that bind both sides to mutual collaboration. Diplomacy requires delicate negotiations. Yeah, sure. Let's move our relations to the next level by signing new treaties. The Map Item Info Treaty allows for the exchange of information about our units and map items, while the Peaceful Passage Treaty allows non-military units to travel across our border. Tick the two boxes. Map item info. Peaceful passage. Alter the treaty. Pray I do not alter it for... Excellent. Hopefully the envoys will return with a positive reply. Cities and other facilities can be further improved by various economic, military, cultural, or social improvements. Considering the new city is close to a border, we don't have any reliable information about religions. Regions further north, it might be wise to improve the city defenses. Click on the Build an Improvement button and select the improvement you want to build. Build a defense. Yep. You can also improve units in similar way. You can give them better training, armaments, weapons. Our unit in the city of Pella has no special training. We could enhance its mobility to make regrouping faster, and then it should be sent to join the fight against the Athenian colonies. Alright. Click on the Train Action button and select your preferred improvement. Train. Pathfinder. Should be ready for action next turn. As you already know, settlers can build roads and cultivate land, but they can do more than that. They can utilize lands such as swamps by draining them and transforming them into fertile lands. Use the Drain Territory action button to give the necessary commands. You can drain only swamps. I can't drain the sea, huh? Let a settler work on draining swamps on our coast. It's all these buttons are contextual, and it's interesting because they seem to work pretty well. That takes several turns. We should also not forget our new city, which needs to be connected to our road network in case we need to quickly move our units there. Network. That's interesting. You have to pick a point of origin, then pick an end point, and then so let's move to a spot or be on a spot. Click the road network button, then click the next square over. You're building a road to a spot, not a road on a spot. I think that's the first like real difference I've noticed between this and the concept in similar games. Before we end the turn, we should come back to the state window, this time to decide on a direction of our research. Cities consume a lot of resources, so reducing their maintenance costs is our priority now. Research options are displayed in the invention tree, accessible through the research button in the state window. Available tasks are marked by this icon. Initiate new research. Researching, not researching. So you want me to research coinage, I see. Which is... City makes more money than it consumes by increasing its production. Coins started to be used as a method of payment of tokens as trade transactions and pay for services of mercenaries. Okay. So, did I actually start it? It's not clear to me that I have. No, I have not. Oh, I need to click this fucking button. Not the actual tech itself, the button next to the tech. Now we can catch a breath and decide on our next actions while watching the moves of our opponents. Hooray! Oh, you can enter to end turn too. What do you know? Random riding around. The unit we moved back from the line is under threat again. You see that up there? I saw that. Definitely mixing it up. Envoy succeeded. Great. So now we got like full-on treaty with the Shelkadigi. Will it let us do this? No, I didn't think so. Because we're in the tutorial. Envoy peace offer was rejected by Athens. Fuckers. Before we busy ourselves with the latest news that requires our attention, let's take a look at the panel in the top left called the State menu. Resource panel, yeah, get that. Build facility. State decisions. Objectives. Research bar. Okay. Professional. News from within as well as from outside our country is in a similar tone as the last messages. Chalkidiki signed 2 new treaties. On the other hand, Athens rejects any peace talks, although they withdrew their unit from Igi after an unsuccessful attack. Let's try a different strategy then. Chalkidiki seems to be open to our requests. If we could make them declare war on Athens, it might make negotiations with Athens easier. People think they're civilized. We're not. Request Chalkidiki declare war on Athens. Demand peace cancellation. I don't demand it. Let's see if we manage to shake the balance of power. We should move the restored cavalry unit from Edessi, as well as the newly trained unit from Pella to the south. So, it's not actually telling us where to move it, huh? Where do you want me to move you? Okay. I see. I don't know, I was highlighted on him. Where are you trying to get me to move? Am I missing that? Ah, you're trying to get me to send you down to the Athenian War. I see, okay. My bad. I misunderstood what that was telling me to do. We already touched briefly on state decisions. Yeah. In general, these are important decisions. Have profound effect on one or more areas of state management. The upfront cost to employ such a strategy can be calculated, but the impact cannot be fully determined in advance. Some of these strategies are often conditioned to fit certain situations, which means they only become available when you can use them to your benefit or when a situation might require it. Taking such decisions might help bridge or even avert moments of crisis. Military campaigns should be accompanied by a general who can incite unrest in foreign cities and perhaps lead to their surrender as well as encourage the troops. Right now we have no such figure in our ranks, but we can hire an esteemed general into our service. Here, one of the state decisions called hire a general comes in handy. Hire a general. An outstanding military person. We managed to hire a new general. A lot of hopes and expectations weigh on this man's shoulders. General Orestes, close to Pella, joined our ranks. Resource yields suffered from the latest changes. -5 gold, -5 diplomatic power or something. Laurels. Excellent. Seems we found a man who has respect of our troops. Let's test him right away. Send him to join our forces in the south and try to encourage our soldiers there. Generals can increase the morale of nearby troops through the encourage action button. Take care that no enemy gets too close to your general. Losing such a respected military figure can demoralize your units and threaten all your plans. Does he have military stats? Doesn't look like it. It seems our men listened to him, so let's not waste time. The unit inside Igi can now safely leave the city. Follow the Athenian troops and reclaim the lands taken by them in previous turns for Macedonia. It's interesting the borders to update dynamically, right? That is different than other games. It's a draw. 74-94. we got him. Oh, well. I mean, it was a victory. Well done. Another victory over Athens. That'll teach them. The defenders of Methion were destroyed. Methoni were destroyed. The city is too far from Attica for Athens to be able to send reinforcements fast enough. This could be our chance to push them from our southern border for good. We need to wait until the next turn to deliver the final blow. There hasn't been any enemy movements reported recently, but our warrior unit fortified near the enemy capital needs to rest and replenish its ranks. Self-healing. Yeah. We'd better move another group of warriors to their position for extra protection. Alright, so you want me to move him all the way down there, huh? That doesn't sound right. Self-healing. Don't heal yourself in public. People will see. Apart from improving cities, you can also build various facilities outside of cities. All right, speaking of various facilities outside of cities, I'll be right back.